Hey everybody, Kathy here, the Mani Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. I've got an awesome manicure for you today. We've got a little bit of bling, or a lot of bling. If you ask anybody who knows me, this is not my normal style, but I couldn't resist because I've got some new products I'm trying out. A really cool way to secure these. I've got some sugared dip powder over gel polish and a little bit of stamping too. So we got lots to do today. It's gonna be a little bit longer than normal video. I'll be sure to timestamp everything in the description for you. I hope you enjoy it. All right, my friends, so we have a ton going on to do this mani that I showed you. So I already have hard gel on my nails, perfectly shaped, all that good stuff. I've already done 2 coats of Young Nails Protein Bond. This stuff is awesome. Helps keep everything from lifting. So I apologize. It's a total disaster in this entire area. Please just be grateful you can't see from here out because it's even bigger of a mess. But what we're going to be using today are the Sparkle & Co. Gel Base and Gel Top. I'll be using those both. We'll also be using a couple Sparkle & Co. dips. This one is from the I Want It All subscription bag. I'll put the info down. If you have not checked out their subscription bags, it's awesome. If you like dip powder, it's a necessity, honestly. She just released a bunch of oopsie colors, which were a color she was making while she was doing the spring into summer collection. This was one of my favorites. I'm gonna be layering that over top of, this is SG 131. These are all from the subscription bag, and I'm going to use the pink SG 133, and then we're going to be using some stuff for the bling that we're putting on. So these are from the Lots of Rocks kit, Young Nails. This is a phenomenal kit. These are so beautiful. I mean, you probably can't even really get how gorgeous these are. And as I said, this is so not my style, but you know, suffering for my art. Haha. No, I love it. It's not something I would normally do. And on this hand, in fact, I'm only going to do a few around the bottom, but I wanted to try it out. I saw a really great video by Susie from Nail Care Education, and she recommended this gummy jelly. I'll get all of the info down in the notes section for you. That's enailcouture.com, gummy jelly for LED, and I'll show you how to put that on. We're also going to use the gel top to get this look, or to put these on, and these are like rock solid. Those things aren't going anywhere. I'll let you know next week how those come. And then we're also going to do a little bit of stamping. So we've got kind of a little bit of everything. I know that was kind of a long intro. I'm going to try and work as quickly as I can. So with the dip powder, I am just going to like put it over top of this base coat, and then I'm going to put it in the light and let it do its thing. You can use these dips. I'm sure most all these Sparkle & Co. dips, you can totally use them with gel liquids if you want to. Sorry, I hope I didn't lean into the camera there. I do that once in a while. So I'm just cleaning up the edges here. Like I said, you can use that dip with the gels, which is super cool. Since I have hard gel on my nails, I didn't want to do the whole dip powder steps on top of that. So this is the faster, easier way. I'm just patting down these glitters. I'm making sure that nothing is sticking off the edge, because once we cure this, it's gonna get real hard. Okay, so we'll probably do a second dip there. So we're gonna cure this, and all these are gonna get gel and various other things on top. This one's gonna get another coat of the gel base with some more of the I Want It All. So it's going into the light for 60 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna go pink here. It's going to have our stamp on it. Okay, pink. we're gonna do pink here. And this one's gonna have that oopsie number 1 over top of it. So this one's gonna only have 1 coat, and then we're gonna put the dip over top. So try and get it as even as possible. The nice thing about gel is it's like self-leveling, so it'll kind of even itself out a little bit. That's gonna go in here, just lay right on the top. Just go around the edge, because again, once I cure this, it's gonna be real hard. There we go. Okay, not bad. Okay, so now we're gonna do blue. One blue is gonna have bling over here. And then we pretty much don't really mean much of anything, honestly. Okay. So I'm not the best at it, but I am always trying to get things as perfect as possible right out the gate, because it's just easier than having to fix things later. All right, like this. Definitely don't want to have to fix that later. Gel is so great because it dries fast, and it just can do some really amazing things. But man, if you cure it where it's meant not to be cured, let me tell you. All right, so there we go. These are ready, going in. Actually, you know what? Let's put another coat of these guys. Gonna put another coat of that I Want It All Fiesta Fierce, it's called. Just wiping off on my paper towel over here. Give that a good mix. Pop it in there. Just another coat. And I didn't top coat these. I kind of left them sort of like a sugar effect, where it's just kind of not smoothed out and glossy. I really have been digging that look lately, and I usually don't do stuff like that just because I am very like, if my fingers touch it, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. The feel of it, which is just a weird thing about me, among other weird things. But all right, now in for 60 seconds, but I'm kind of digging it, so we're trying it out. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that is good. So we're gonna go in, I'm gonna do another coat of the pink on here, just so it's a nice background. We're gonna do a stamp on top of this, so I want it to be super smooth and colorful. Okay, is that, got some glitter in these. It's the hazard of working with glitter, is it can go everywhere. But you know what, I'm not gonna sweat it. Yeah, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our bling on here. So I'm gonna show you this process, because it really is, I'm not kidding, a process. But The good thing about it is that it really, it will stay for a long time. All right, so we're gonna use this gummy jelly that I mentioned before, and then we're gonna use Sparkle & Co. gel top. Now what's important about the gel top coat that you use is it needs to be a wipe-free top coat. So it needs to be a top coat that does not have an inhibition layer that needs to be wiped off. Why is that important? Because when you cure it for things like this, you're not gonna be able to get in there to wipe off an inhibition layer. And on this nail, I'm actually gonna do just across the bottom here. And so, you know, I don't wanna have to work around those. You can put top coat in. A lot of people use top coat to seal the rhinestones or whatever you're working with onto the nail. So they'll go back and kind of push the top coat in around the rhinestones that are placed on there. But the great thing about this is we don't have to do that for two reasons. One, because this jelly stuff is like mad sticky. And once it's cured, forget about it, like nothing's getting in there. All right, so good. So we're not gonna cure this. We're gonna go ahead and just real carefully put our top coat over top. Now, I was mentioning the reasons, more than one, about this jelly stuff. The second reason is that when you place the rhinestones, it sinks into that jelly and it really just nestles right in there. And so that's another reason these suckers are not moving. Okay, we've got our gel top. Now we're still not curing. This is what Susie did when she talked about this stuff on that video I mentioned. I'll put a link to it up in the corner there for you. It's really good. But that's how I found this stuff. She kept saying, nope, still don't cure, still don't cure. Or nuke. She likes to say nuke. All right. The Young Nails Lots of Rocks kit. That's these beauties here. Oh, so pretty. That's what I have on here. Comes with this wax tool. It also comes with glue so that you can attach these. I don't use the glue. I use this stuff instead. So this is the process. But this wax tool is awesome because it'll hold on to that thing till you get it exactly where you want it. And then once it's in that jelly, it'll just release right in there because it'll pull harder on the other side. And once you put them down, unlike using a glue, you can still kind of move them around, you know, until you cure this. It's not set in stone, so to speak. So you can kind of put them on here and then move them around how you really want them to look, which is quite nice because they don't always go exactly where you want them to the first time around. All right, I kind of like it. So now we're gonna cure. Now that we've placed those rhinestones in there, they're in that little layer of jelly and top coat, and this top coat is gonna dry. Now you see why it's important that this is a no wipe. If I had to go in and get that inhibition layer, I'd have to get in all these crevices. I don't wanna deal with that, okay? So I've got everything on here. We're gonna go 60 seconds into cure, and then I'm gonna show you what those rhinestones come out like. And we're gonna do our very last thing, which is a stamp on that middle finger. All right, all done there. And I just wanted to mention also that this wax tool from Young Nails, and you can buy wax tools. There's all different types of things you can use to pick up rhinestones. Some people swear. I really love this. It's also helpful in picking up bigger pieces of glitter. So like I have here, this is like a round sequiny kind of type glitter. And I can spread those out here on the table and actually place them if I wanted to onto something like this. So that would be really helpful. So we're gonna go ahead and do a top coat on these two. So we have not as yet done. And then we'll get to stamping. You guys love it when I sing, don't you? No, I should probably not do that, I know. I was not born with a very pleasant voice. I have a mediocre voice. I have a voice that is good in a group. Choir, totally. Solo, not so much. All right, 60 seconds for that top coat. All right, so as I mentioned, you can see these rhinestones are just really set in there. So we'll see how many of them make it through the week until I do another video for you guys. So we'll see, but it's looking pretty good. The only thing we're missing is a couple more stamps. I think I'm gonna stamp both of these. You know, I am gonna stamp both of these. All right, so I'm going to use stamping polish. If you haven't stamped before, check out my video on stamping. In the top corner, there's a link to it there. Stamping polish is important that it's stamping polish because it needs to be very pigmented and fairly thick. And that is super important because it won't work if you don't have that thickness. You can't just use any old polish. It won't pick up the right way like it's supposed to. So. All right, so the things you need for stamping, just real quickly, you're gonna need a plate. Make sure and get a quality plate. Maniology is a great place to get them. Young Nails has their Caption Art screens. Those are good. They need to be very well cut. I've heard a couple people, and I haven't done it myself, order them on like Amazon and stuff, which is fine. Nothing against Amazon. You guys know I got my cool nail dust collector on Amazon, kind of as on a gamble. Like I wasn't sure. But I love it. And so not knocking Amazon at all. I use them far too much if you saw the boxes in my apartment, but that's another story. However, these companies that make plates for stamping, they just need to be cut really well because if that etching isn't done right, the polish won't stay in there and it won't pick up cleanly. And if it doesn't pick up cleanly, it's gonna look like a hot mess on your nail. So the other thing I like to use when I'm stamping is some kind of like a latex peel off coat. This is Mess No More. There are a million different kinds of these. I don't think one is really necessarily any better than the other. I got this with like a bunch of stamping stuff in like a buy-sell trade group. So this is the one that I use. You're basically just gonna put this around the fingers that you're gonna stamp, and then you can just peel it right off. So if any of that polish gets on your finger, which it will, by the way. Oh, it's stuck. Come on, you. Ugh. Little clump. I haven't really tried any other brands of this stuff before, but it's amazing because you can just peel it right off. It's so cool. This one smells kind of funny, but you know, whatever. Doesn't smell bad, just interesting. Okay, so I'm just putting a decently thick layer. I want to get as close to my cuticle as I can so I don't have to do cleanup afterwards. The whole point of using this is so I don't have to get out the acetone or alcohol and brush around my you know, fingers after I do the stamping. Okay, I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp. I think I'm gonna use this little dreamer one over here. Really cute. Got a good amount of polish there, and I'm gonna scrape it once, pick it up, make sure it's clean, and then on it goes. Perfect. Oops. So see, that ended up down there, which is good. This, not so much. So we're gonna get a little wipe and just some polish remover. So the nice thing about doing this on top of the gels is that you can use nail polish remover and it won't hurt the gel because you need acetone to get the gel off. A Q-tip would be ideal for this. Alas, I do not have one at hand. There we go. It's a little better. I can go back and clean that up with a brush and some more towards the end. Okay, so Dreamer, pretty. All right, and then over here, we're gonna see if we can do a double. I don't know, this is asking a lot. I'm not a professional stamper, but I do like this. Little arrows and then the live, laugh, love. So I'm gonna try and get the little arrows all the way to the side and then see if we can fit the live, laugh, love on the other end. Fingers crossed. Okay, so scrape that nice and tight across. I'm gonna pick up those arrows. You can take off anything you don't want, which is what I should have done with that last one, right? But also trying to be quick. What else is new? All right, so we got those to the side. It's clean. More polish remover, clean this off. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna try and get that live, laugh, love and center it. This is gonna be tricky. This is a Coachella plate. Isn't it funny? It's cute, huh? I've never been to Coachella despite growing up in Southern California. If you have, comment below and tell me how it was. Did you like it? Did you have fun? Seems like it would be pretty entertaining, which is, of course, the whole point. All right, so trying to center. Yes, nailed it. All right, we did it. Live, laugh, love with our little arrows to the side. Not too shabby. Again, I'm not a professional stamper. This is probably about the third time in my life that I've done stamping, but it's fun. It's fun to mess around with. This is the coolest part of using that liquid latex stuff I was telling you about. Woo! You get to just pull it right off. Isn't that cool? So if you do get any polish or anything stamped on the side of your finger, it just comes right off with the latex. Look at that. Another brilliant use for latex. Check it out. All right, there we are. What do you think? I'm a little blinged out, a little stamped. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a no smudge-free top coat from Maniology, used to be called BMC, on top of these stamp ones. It'll help not smudge it. You could put a top coat if you floated it real carefully over top. And that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I'm gonna clean these up. I'm gonna get some cuticle oil on here and I will be done. I'll get a finished picture and be right back to you. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I know it was a bit longer than normal, but thanks for sticking with me. If you enjoyed today's content, please make sure and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any upcoming content. I do have some really cool upcoming product reviews. I've got a new airbrush from Young Nails that I'll be checking out in the next couple weeks here, so you don't want to miss any of that. If you do want information on Sparkle & Co. and their referral program, you know I'm always repping their brand because I love their products. I use their gel, I use their dip powder. They just make phenomenal stuff, great customer service. All that info is down in the notes. You can also get a great referral bonus if you put my name in the checkout notes. with either first order if you sign up for that subscription bag. If you don't know about the subscriptions, go ahead and check out the video up in the top corner. That's this last month's I Want It All bag. Phenomenal company. I've got a list of all the products I used today, and it is a long one. We did a lot of stuff. Definitely don't forget to put your comments, questions, anything you'd like to see me try out. Hit me up down in the comments below. I really appreciate hearing from you, even if it's just to say great job or what your favorite part of today's video was. And as always, we'll see you next time on the Maniac.